All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Friday edition, and yeah, pretty uncompetitive week edition. I mean, I mean, we still have a pretty impressive array of times by, me 6 months ago standards, but that's not who we're competing against at the moment. So yeah, we're just gonna take a chill gander at this. See, I'm not even gonna pre-look at this very beautiful board. Um, but yeah, let's just get into it. Goes after, probably an S here. Shocker. Cake? I don't know. Milk sources. I think that would be an S as well. Ramses? That's a pretty classic pharaoh name, and it fits. I'm not that confident on it, but add some fluff to. Pad an essay. Okay, feel a lot more confident on Ramses now. Flotsam and jetsam. Those are like debris. Ultimately, in the end, something in the end. Goes, goes something. Going dark on. Ghosting. Um, it's got to be something. Pour nightcaps of pour things to drink before bed. It's got to be something with coffee or caffeine in general. Sugar, or you might say hun. Maybe wa. Wah. Asps. Um, Pinched for pennies. Coin purse. You pinch a coin purse, you like steal it. Scrawny sweat. Uh, May, December romance. Like age gap fits here, but I don't, that doesn't really make that much sense. Yeah, this would be pick. Well, ending with I is weird. Big Island bean. Hawaii bean variety. Tuck under, and this could be Kona. Scrawny. Maybe a scamp? This looks impossible. Copy. Okay, I'm just gonna come back to that. Comes something. Something poet. Might have an objection. Like a lawyer. Light shower. Light shower. Maybe light shower. Some rise by each. This could be like a pop or something. Pose as. Yeah, let's put that in. Say hello. Maybe iPhone? It fits. For triple play. Okay. Yes, and feelers. Okay. Oh, maybe no outs. Gotta get all three in one play. Rise by sin, I guess. Stalk, a bamboo shoot. Sachet. House reds, I guess. Antennae. Tens. Messenger RNA. Sad. Set of standards. Okay. Pendulous. They, so you'd think it'd be S. Might be tech. Minister to. Go on a run. Respect. Okay. Goes. Beast mode. Okay, there we go. White Russians. I guess they have coffee in them. Maybe. Artist. A lot of good. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Mariner. Sir, it's like that or something. Toil, yeah. But he was a pointless artist. Certain metallic. That's life, I guess. Maybe a hat tip. Pho might have a sriracha. Okay. Copy. Unicorns. Once you get to $1 billion valuation. Insane. There we go. Does age gap really? Miami. Scrag, is that a thing? Mirror something. And image. The representation, I guess. Many of these, so you'd think S, yeah. Practices. Probably S here. Okay. This could be like hunts or something. Whoops. I might have an objection. This could be darn or like rats. Set of standards. Okay. Honor comes to ahead. No, comes out ahead. There we go. Goes on a run. Alright, I'm just gonna honor a roll. Does that make sense? Honor code. That makes more sense. Mariner. Practices. Maybe it's Henri or something. Or Erno. Kara sounds familiar. It might be Carrie. Plates. Maybe an extra cot. Info desk. Ernst. Something ma. Eye tests. Okay, fair enough. Tinny. Louis? Or an old salt. There we go. Plates. Discs. Armed. Mares. Practices. Corey. Moors. No, that still doesn't make sense. Yamaha must be hay. Practices. I'll have to come back to that. Yeah, that isn't making sense to me. So tech. Huh. Go on a run. So all of this is definitely right. Tech doesn't need to be right. Hay definitely gets cut, definitely gets dried. Is there anything else? Day, I don't think so. Bay, yeah. Go on a run. Chess, go on a run. I mean, S here makes sense to me. Becomes pendulous. Pendulous makes it sound like risky. It's like something at, maybe? Minister 2, you were like twill suit material. Shocker. Milk sources. Let's just try hunts. Graphic tees, okay. Alright. Of shellfish. I'm thinking like a something pod. Eh. Light shower, light shower. Short shorts. High something. Maybe this is suede. W is a little suspicious. House poet. Shocker. I kind of like hunts, but nematode. Is that a thing? Nematode. That sounds familiar. Attorney. Minister 2. Under. Up. Milk sources. Short shorts. Nematode. Flyer. Yeah, here, like, this definitely can't be like yet another vowel. So this feels like it should be a consonant. So let's just look at some letters, see if anything jumps out at me. Shocker, steer, spire. I don't think that's a thing. Shire, sheer, sneer. I don't think that's a shocker. Oh, this doesn't need to be. Oh, I put the ER because shocker, but doesn't need to be right, I guess. So what if this was high? Milk. Source is. It's really hard for that not to be like an S or maybe like a A. Stare. Sponge, butter, cream, and ganache. Ice. So buttercream is like light. Ganache is ganache always chocolate or chocolate ganache a specific type of ganache? Because I was thinking maybe it's something with like a the white and black. Like it could be like a zebra cake, but that's changing everything. Taser, graphic arts. Okay, I think I may have saved myself there by thinking a little bit. Um, aquatic eater. Short shorts. Z is tough, but goes after. Has at. Oh, HZ. Ooh. And then SB. Yeah. Yeah, this is so weird because like graphic arts and taser make so much sense. But then how does Z work? How does B work? Did I like luck into it where it's not short shorts? Because the Z there is just so problematic. So let's put rats here, or I mean, suede certainly doesn't need to be right, but it seems okay. Light shower, light shower, drat, darn. Maybe nods. Pendulous, you're nodding your head. Suede certainly doesn't need to be right. Minister to. Something tree of shellfish. Yeah, I guess nematodes, aren't those like tiny? Aquatic eater of shellfish. I mean, like an octopus could eat shellfish. Like a little seal, an otter, sea otter. That could fit. Zebra, C, otter, prose poet? Is that a thing? I don't know. Nods certainly doesn't need to be right. Has at, something pants, hot pants, opera cake, maybe like Phantom of the Opera? It's the white and black. Aper, nuts, aperture, light shower, an aperture shows light. Minister to, minister to. Okay, what if tech is wrong? Minister to. I minister to this. I treat this. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's right. Saps? SARS. I don't think that's right. I really don't think that's right. I don't think SARS is Sare and goes on a run. So this is a tough one, I have to say. What time is it? All right, still got time. um, becomes pendulous. Maybe it's not hat tip, it's something else tip. Because goes on a run could be like run for office or something, but spouse, sprus, comes out ahead, goes beast mode, white Russians, yeah. So that's all right. It could conceivably not be an S here, but really feels like it's an S. Minister to. I minister to this. This is all correct, I think. Is that a type of fabric? It looks possible. Minister to. I'm just gonna go through A-E-I-O-U. Really feels like treat is the most likely. Sail no, that doesn't make sense. It becomes pendulous. Saws. Says. Saps. Saps becomes pendulous. Saps. Maybe sags. Sams. I feel like sags is the most Sarge. But then I'm just back to where I was, which is not correct. Okay, let's make sure there's no typos or anything. No outs. Comes out ahead. Dear sir. Oh, this one. All right. I'm of two minds of this puzzle. I so I've gone on record in the past of despising clues that use a word that you don't know at all in a way, I guess at least when it's crossed with something suspicious. And we have two examples of that here. So practices and then mores. It's completely inscrutable to me why mores and practices are related to each other. So mares was just as likely. Mares is, in fact, more of a real word than mores, horses and all that. And Carrie is, just as likely of a name as Corey. It is sort of on me not knowing this name, but still, like, I just crossing a proper noun with a completely inscrutable clue is just bad form. Similarly, becomes pendulous. I don't know why that would be sags at all. And the fact that it's crossing shus, go on a run, shus. This might as well be random letters to me. And it also, Serge is not something that I'm super familiar with. In hindsight, it looks vaguely familiar. I won't say that I've never seen this in my life before because I don't think that's true. Um, but yeah. But interestingly, this is not what I spent most of the puzzle on. And my difficulties here didn't actually like factor into where I was spending most of my time. And where I was spending most of my time was like a legitimate and enjoyable challenge, I would say. You saw I went through so many different iterations here. I just really couldn't um, like put things together here. But I think in the end, all of this fill is pretty reasonable. Oh, I also don't like treat being clued this way. That also hurt. Um, but in terms of like this little like most top left corner, I did mostly enjoy it. Um, and I got kind of lucky there with the zebra cake wrong, but it gave me the R and the A kind of miraculously, which sort of unlocked this whole area for me. Um, I didn't quite enjoy the fact that it's sort of like I got the poet part, but that didn't actually like the reason I guess I found it so hard was actually somewhat related to this. It was two things. So one is that um, this is sort of blocked off. Like the only way to get into this area from the rest of the puzzle is either through here or through here. Here, you saw my issues, my numerous issues with this part. And then here, I could infer that it was ER here, and I had poet, but this didn't actually like, this doesn't really jut into the rest of the puzzle because I know it's poet, but like any word could go in front of this. Um, and so this sort of played as its own independent, quite hard little puzzle. Um, I did like before I get too into the complaining bits, I think these are all pretty solid fills. I don't think Ghost Beast mode is really gamer speak. Um, wasn't it Marshawn Lynch, football player, that said that the first time? Like that's not really gamer speak. Um, so perhaps a bit of a tin ear on Evan's part there. Um, but pretty solid regardless. I liked coin purse. Ghosting is pretty solid. Honor code great. Um, House Reds I like that fair enough. And as I said before, I wasn't a big fan of prose poet. But yeah, I think again, treat cluing it this way is another example. It's just my least favorite type of clue, where you clue treat is a perfectly good little bit of fill, or at least average, but it's clued in such a way that it's completely inscrutable if you got it right or not. Like I had all of these letters here, and I was like, I don't know, that could be right or wrong. And I think the key to a good crossword is once you put in the right answer, you should be confident. And if you're failing that test, I think you are failing as a puzzle creator. Um, like the whole point of a puzzle is you think really hard, you put in an ant, and like you come across an answer, and you're like, ah, yes, I've solved the puzzle. If you can't know if you've solved the puzzle or not, it's not a good puzzle. And so having stuff like shuss and cluing treat like this, cluing sags like this, cluing moors like this. I don't even know how you should clue moors. You should just put mares in there and find a Carrie and out in the world. I'm sure there's someone named Carrie. I think really, really dampers the puzzle and fails on sort of a fundamental level. That being said, the rest of the fill is quite good. I did enjoy my challenge here, even though the challenge was sort of caused by deficiencies in the puzzle that I later had to contend with. I will give this perhaps an undeserved 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.